So we have the unconscious blood cultist, the spear of death and destruction, the mimic who is eating everything, and whatever.
Hey. Who said anything about it being a mimic?
Oh, I don't know what he is.
He's a mimic. He's very different.
Che, who just keeps devouring things for us. This
long as it's
awesome
not
head
a
to
choker.
have.
So, that's well taken. So, is there any interesting loot amongst... Because before we fed him to Pac-Man, or Fuckman, as he would be called in Japan. Scott Pilgrim, yeah. But, yeah. So is there anything to be found?
They each had a gold bracelet and 100 gold.
Gold bracelet. What's the value on the bracelet?
To be determined.
Okay. TBD.
They could be more interesting than just being gold bracelets.
Okay, and
could be
100 gold
identifiers.
times how many foes were there? 5? Four, so 400 gold.
400 gold, 4 gold bracelets. And my hunch is that the gold bracelets aren't actually just gold bracelets.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll all get evenly distributed, and we can figure out the value
All right.
of gold. But
Mr. Mayor, what are we doing with this guy in the spear now?
well, we'll take him to the we'll imprison him, have him clapped in irons, of course, and well, I'm kind of like surveying the room too, scanning the room and seeing if there's anything of note or interest here hidden. Because it was a hidden room, maybe there's a hidden compartment within the room, or how did they get here, kind of thing. I'm trying to deduce that by looking around.
There, you do find a secret panel, and there, behind the panel, is a teleportation circle.
Oh, that would solve one mystery here. Now, did it seem like this would be a room that would be obvious to someone who owned the inn?
That's a good question. Was it possible?
Looking for it, you were able to find it, but you did have to move stuff.
If you own the joint, you would know.
We're also exemplarily, like, a commoner might not be aware of it.
So, well, yeah, but if you own the joint, you're going to know it's in your basement. I'm going to go back upstairs and ask the barkeep.
I'll come with him to make sure he doesn't do anything hasty.
Where the owner is.
He's not here. He rarely comes in.
So you run this place?
I run the business. I don't actually own the building.
You keep your stores and stuff in the basement?
Go down, fill the casks, grab the wine. About it.
I will come up for this conversation.
Come with us for a minute. I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
There's just going to be a spear. There's no blood cultists in there anymore.
Yeah, there's no blood
'cause
cultists.
They've all been Pac-Man. Well, except for we had the one apprehended.
Yeah. So drag him down, toss him in the room. There's
actually,
still
he's
one
in
Kylosaurus in there.
As you go down,
the guy's in storage. The other guy, the spear wielder, is in storage. Mimic storage. Mimic storage. Shay's storing him for us.
Oh, okay.
So, like, immediately, he notices that, the sack of flour and the barrel. What are you moving this stuff for?
It was an inspection.
Go.
We had to make sure that what the ledgers of what had come in for town was accurate, and that you were doing good and legitimate business. But we found this as we were.
Look what we
investigating.
found.
mice
I'm
in
gonna push
your
him
flour.
into. I'm gonna push him into the room and like, that's the spear this town's closed over for.
Where did this room come from?
You tell me, buddy.
I want to. Can I look at him and see if he's genuine? Can I insight him?
Go for it.
All right. Let's do it.
If not, kick you in the teeth.
All right. Let's see. So that's an insight at a. Let's see. I am not trained at that, so it's just 12.
Yeah, you believe him.
Okay.
Oh, darn! I really want to try to intimidate him. So he has no idea.
Cultists built this room.
Or at least found access
Blood
to it.
cultists, not light cultists.
What? Light cultists?
Yeah, they're coming.
And this is how you get ants.
So why would they build a room down here?
Well,
Does the room have like religious? Well, you said there's symbols and sigils inside here, right? Like that's.
Yeah, there's like a banner on the one wall.
does the barkeep have like a gold bracelet on or anything?
Now, this is the room that was beyond the opening.
This is the room that you fought in.
Fought in. The spear still laying on the ground. It was hidden.
But that goes to his question. If there was a banner on the wall, wouldn't that mean that the owner knew?
No, there's a teleportation circle in there. So.
And this room was pretty well concealed.
Okay.
And See, this was the Blood Cultist meeting place. The signs, if I made a sign about the Blood Cultist meeting, this would have been the place that they would have had it. Just saying.
So, the barkeep here has no idea, but I find it hard to believe that then in that case the owner doesn't know.
The owner could be connected.
We should find the owner. Who is the owner of this
What is the
establishment? Where
owner's
can we
name?
find him? I understand he doesn't come around often, but we should very much like to speak with him.
That's Falim.
Flim? Do you know where this Flim can be found?
He tells you, the area, how
The district he lives in. Okay. Also, so if we've been conversing with him for roughly a minute, I have an ability to kind of get a sense of of his attributes or whatever. So I just want to see if seems pretty common, or if this bartender is a little more than he lets on or seems.
He seems to be a charismatic guy, but that could be just who he is. He does not seem to be more than what he is.
Okay.
Or are you trying to figure
So
out? Does it tell you stats, or does it? Tell
It basically lets me know if two of either their level, any of their mentals, whether it's inferior to me, equal to, or greater than kind of thing.
Okay.
So any of his mentals, I get basically two pieces of information, or it could be some sort of obscure thing that you as GM decided I would have heard about this individual.
Yeah, he has a decent charisma, but one who tends a bar tends to have that, so that's not seeming out of the ordinary. He doesn't seem to be too wise.
Okay.
So, what's his name? Ask him his name. What's your name, good sir?
Legra.
Legra. So, Legra, we're gonna close up shop here. We're probably gonna take this here spear with us, and I'm gonna make as forceful a recommendation as I possibly can that he's not really gonna discuss this with anybody, and I mean anybody.
And as he talked with that, I shift
use-
another 2 gold over as he's making those words,
and
I
use
wink at him.
intimidation if I have to.
But honey
I
works
got
so
a
much
16
better.
on my intimidation check.
Yeah.
I think the mayor being there is
I have a plus
I'm
9.
also an
Damn.
Ankylosaurus standing right there.
So I just want to make sure that, now we know, because I don't want the owner finding out that we're going to potentially come and look for
I
him.
think the fact that you just give him 2 gold is
Okay.
worth
That's
more
4
than that.
gold in total.
Well, yeah.
I don't really have any
just
idea.
want
I
to
don't
get
any
to
concept of
intimidate
money in this
people.
realm.
That and the
so.
fact that the mayor could have the place shut down.
And
I think the Ankylosaurus that's going to eat him would probably be a little more effective than shutting down the bar.
I don't eat people,
hey.
that's Che. I'm going to
He's like, whoa.
mage hand the spear and examine it.
Bart, I'll take care of it.
Well, it does
Get outta
not.
here, Leggett.
It does not seem to completely resemble the rod and the dagger. I mean, the rod was like this. It's now a shaft that's 3 times the length. It does seem to have some of the imagery
Don't get me killed,
and
yeah.
coloration of the rod. It's not sticky to the touch anymore.
is it veiny? Sorry.
The dagger looked like a basic silver dagger with some of the markings, and it had that red gem on the pommel. Well, the spear tip is now a red metal, and that does seem to drip blood. But it's slightly bigger than your typical spearhead.
Well, I'm not going to touch it, and I'm not going to allow anyone else to touch it.
I don't even think we should store this in Shay. What if it?
No, I wasn't
Oh,
going
yeah.
to.
Yeah,
I'm going
totally
to
agree.
mage hand it
Totally
to wherever we're taking it.
To,
Is there anything in the basement I can use to wrap it up?
The banner.
There's a banner down there. I'll use that. Oh wait a minute, isn't it a
There's a blood
banner?
cultist.
Yeah.
Blood cultist banner.
I got a patch of holding.
No, I'll use the banner and just wrap it up tight.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so you guys are, done interrogating the barkeep.
Yep.
You've got a bound prisoner. You've located a
There's a portal we could go to a place.
sigil of teleportation.
And we also know the bar owner's what section of the city he lives in. I think we should probably have a conversation with him.
I
Although,
actually think that teleportation circle is going to lead us somewhere else in the town.
yeah, like
Do you think we should just go there before there's a chance to alert in?
I think we should take that. The spear's got to be the first priority.
Yeah, let's take that to the library first.
and then come back and go?
Well, Hey, there's enough of us to split. Some of us hold here. Some of us hold here, and some of us go take the spear. We meet back here and explore what happens with this portal.
Yeah, I'll wait
in
here.
the library. Is he still in the
I'll wait here so I don't
Still
cross
on
the
the what?
doorway.
You two take the
Laszlo,
spear.
the elf that he's trying to
The rest of us
save.
is wait here.
If
You
we know
guys
that
go
he's
take the
still
spear,
down in
come
the-
back.
I will accompany the spear contingent.
No, that's not
and
the
then
same guy. The
rest
guy
of
in the
you will.
ruins was not Analasalar.
But he called him down there too.
Yeah, so
So that's it. There it is.
So, like, 3 of us go with the spear, and 4 of us stay here.
You could also ask him about the bracelets as well.
yeah, we should ask. Well, he's inside Che right now, right?
And he's unconscious.
Yeah, so let's just leave him be for now. We'll just hold on to them. And
Let's see. He's out for. He'll be waking up in 4 hours. So.
and then he's inside of Che.
And manacled.
And bound and manacled.
bound.
Yeah.
So we take the spear to the library.
Okay.
Who's the 3 that's taking the spear?
I'll go.
And Scott and Dave. Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
So then you 4 are staying here.
We're gonna stay here in case anybody else decides to come through that portal. We'll
I
zap
also
them.
like being an Ankylosaurus. No
And
one has
he-
to get out of it, please.
Whatever.
He's gonna eat anything that comes through.
I
Che,
don't
Che
have
wants to stay
eat
here.
All right, Che, you're good. Good boy, Che. Che, you let me know if that punk wakes up, okay?
Okay.
Good boy, Che. You can digest the other ones, Che. Just not him.
Oh, he already did.
Okay, good. Next time, wait for me to tell you, all right, buddy?
I'm trying to figure out what.
Oh, I
Like,
just read it.
what is Shay's Scooby snack sort of thing? Would you do it for what kind of snack? Yeah. Cultist snack?
Would you do it for a bug?
Bokin asks if she can go to the library.
Yeah, go
Yes, I will go with you. I will introduce her. The library is where
Analasalar.
Analasalar is.
Penalizer.
Yeah. Analasalar. I will say Analasalar. I recently traveled to Dralic, and this is an ally I made. She is a Bokin. She is also a studier of the arcane arts. Oh, yeah.
More importantly, we have this horrendous spear that we might thought that you would maybe watch and keep
More
off out
importantly,
of our
You
hands.
finally able to get the things joined.
And so I'll mage hand it out of the banner.
This is the he gives the victim's name. This is the one who was this is the this is the item that caused this murder and forged the
Yes.
evil.
We believe so.
I'm almost reticent to examine it, but we set upon this path some time ago. Right.
Might I leave it with you while we attend to more of the problem?
I would like assistance in examining it. So
Okay.
when you are ready to do this together,
How long would this examination possibly take?
it's going to take
Hours. Hours, easy.
Ah, you arcane types, just tying up so much time. You know, I could make a suit in that amount of time. Suit, like something nice you could wear out when you're not among all these dusty tomes. It's
And
so
my
boring.
lord, I'm certain that it would be a marvelous suit. But unfortunately, unraveling such a thing is not as easy as unraveling.
The threads of a garment. I know where you're going with the metaphor, of course. Very lovely, nonetheless.
Speaking your terms.
When
So-
dark magic is afoot, there is not the time to be hasty in our actions.
So I happen to have been preparing for the eventuality of getting access to this. So I have actually developed a spell to keep anything from getting access to it temporarily. So I will lock it in my own stasis, if that is acceptable.
That sounds so arcane and eldritch. I love your flair with words.
It's always
So-
a defer to your judgment.
He mage hands it over to an area and does a complex set of gestures. As he's prone to do, he dances back and forth between Elven and Draconic in his magics, and the air around it seems just shift and blur. So when you look at the spear, it doesn't properly come into focus. So this should hold it for a time. I can.
Quite the trick, Analasalar. Quite the trick. Oh, I've actually been speaking in Elven the whole time.
So we can examine it when you are ready and able to do so.
We will be back shortly. I don't imagine this will take too long.
All right, now let's to remove some bloodstains, shall we? I wink, and we sort of frumpy pedal off.
Frumpy pedal.
Yeah.
Just a quick note. Thank you guys for converting that money to gold. I was able to obtain Animate Dead, Counterspell, and Scrying, and everything else is second and third. So I'll go ahead and just continue trying to go through cash. I won't bother Analasalar with that. You know.
He is going to become a dark necromancer. I knew it.
That's what I said.
Who is?
You're not wrong. I
I
mean,
did.
I literally am blind in one eye now. I'm like definitely
You're like
going
reevaluating
down.
your school, like evocation. I don't know.
Just take it out.
Wait, we're gonna need for the spell first. No.
All right.
Oh, you can take him out. You can sell his spell books.
My new apprentice is chaotic neutral.
Fits right in.
And she probably is a necromancer.
She's
just
carrying
saying.
a glass jar of worms. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
That's
part.
is that her familiar? I know it's an owl. All right, so we head back to the bar.
Collect the group.
Yes, back to the Jolly Dwarf.
Yeah,
Haven't
over
ran
the-
out of time yet.
No,
No, but you're not going to be able to
So
get
name
until
there's a
14
holiday bar after the Father Winter's Day thing. Yeah.
So, you guys sit and play with the dragon chess set or whatever have you for a couple hours.
Is
I'm
it long
gonna
enough to take a long
meditate
rest?
to try
A
and.
long rest? No. Short rest?
short
yes.
rest.
Yeah, so all I need is a short rest.
Yeah, but I need a long
Transformation.
rest.
Thanks again for that.
After
Gold.
short rest or more
I burned both of my spells, keeping him from
Can I
dying.
sleep?
No, you can get them back in the short rest.
I thought you can only get them in a long rest.
No,
You can't, I
Warlock.
can't.
Warlock needs a short rest.
So I can
Or
save
is it
him.
okay to me?
Yeah.
They
only
have
get
a very
protected, so-
limited
Yeah, 'cause I can
spell
only-
range.
I
You
only
get
get
them back
two.
quickly.
He can.
Okay.
I can't, so I'm doing a long rest.
No, we don't have overnight.
We don't have 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it'll be more than 2 hours.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So then I got
Do I have enough time to burn some hit die?
If you want to come back and take a short rest, then sure.
All right. Which is an hour, right?
Right.
Doing the spell himself?
What?
Is he doing
No,
the
he's using hit die. He's got to take time to do it.
Against subs.
Short rest.
So was it in the warlock? I missed that in the warlock.
What is it?
Yeah, they get their
It's,
they recharge their
I'm with
spells
you.
after short rest.
Your die level, your character level.
You get your hit die plus your con mod for every hit die you want to spend.
All right. So I blowed through 2 and I'm back at full.
I didn't take any damage.
You know, you don't. If you don't get injured, you don't have to bandage yourself up. It's quite wondrous, actually.
Yeah, you know that's actually.
So I've heard.
I used 3 and I'm good to go.
And then I got my second level spell back that I used.
Fourth levels. First levels.
Arcane recovery.
Yes.
That's half your wizard level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Round it down.
Okay, you bring in all on it.
Which so you could have arcane recovery if
long
you needed
rest,
to
okay.
regain spell slots too. You get half your wizard level spell slots back.
Oh, nice.
So you might want to think that.
Get a 4, it's 2 seconds, whatever.
Is that a spell though or a power?
It's a power.
It's a power. It's like your wizard thing that you get at first level.
I will check that out.
Arcane recovery.
So you could get up to a 4th level spell back. Which is your hand,
Oh,
right?
look at that.
Or 2 second levels, or yeah, however you break it down.
All right.
Break it down.
So
So what is your plan?
Step through the circle.
Yep.
you guys really want to go through the teleportation circle?
We need to strike before the garments become unseamed.
I'm right with him.
If that's what the group's going to do, I will follow you.
They will be off balance.
Here's why. The dagger and rod were joined within the town. It doesn't appear that they came through the bar to go into the secret room.
Okay.
They would have had to access it from the teleportation circle.
I agree with you.
So, more than likely, the teleportation circle is somewhere else in the town.
off to see the wizard. Come on.
Or it's teleportation. You
wait.
know more of these magics, but the teleportation, doesn't
I
that
wanna make sure I
connotate being
understand.
anywhere?
Because so we found the secret room in the bar, and in the secret room was the teleportation circle. Is that right?
Yes.
Hidden in the
All right, okay. And
That's
so,
how they're getting in and out of the
Oh,
room.
and we're going through the teleportation circle right now to see where it goes on the other end.
Yes.
Brilliant idea. I'm in.
Oh,
okay.
you know what? We stripped these guys down for stuff. I could disguise myself as a cultist. Because that's what they're going to be expecting.
Short this
Well, I mean, I could look like a small human. Like, I can kind of
He can
modify
turn himself
myself with
into the guy
disguise.
that we just.
Actually,
He doesn't know that.
can you make yourself larger?
Oh yeah, you do.
I can
You
get
add
like
a
little
little
stilts
bit,
or whatever. Like, basically, I'm going to look like a short human.
we have a better option.
Both of us can.
Oh yeah, we have a changeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want me to?
Oh, I just picked up scrying. Do we want to
Go-
let him go through and then I'll scry to him,
I promise he doesn't have the rod to walk with.
and then we go through if he needs help?
The spear.
That's not a bad idea. I'm willing to do this thing.
Let me see the.
Well,
distance on
there's no
scrying.
reason that we can all go. Just two of us can go ahead who look as if the part.
So I'm going to.
Can you make your staff look like the spear, the rod and spear?
No.
Do that.
So I'm gonna. What you see? So you see this pale elf with white hair, and I completely change into
The guy that's in the trunk.
the guy.
One of
that's
the
in-
mooks.
With the guy that's in the trunk.
No. He had the spirit. Don't
Oh
tell me
yeah, I don't want to
that.
be him. One of the other guys. I look identical, exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, so like
So
I've.
I'm not gonna hide. I'm going to be them.
Oh no, I have disguise kit as well. Like I'm going to disguise myself as
So
one of them with
Jay,
the souls.
Jake comes up and like, he doesn't have a nose, but he's sniffing at you. And
He wants to-
who is closest to Bart?
I'm next because I'm also rifling through the stalls and stuff because I'm gonna do the disguise.
So we're
thing
right
as
next
well.
to each other.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to eat him?
No,
I was
Che,
told- I was told
don't
I
eat
could
me.
eat him.
I turn back into the elven form.
Hey, Shay, I
don't-
actually feel like he's the most like
Eat.
you out of any of us, so I wouldn't eat someone who was like me. Just saying.
But what if he tastes good?
Take a
Well, he does
find
make a
out.
good point. You could take a lick.
Now I look like Uthengar and be like, yeah, but now I'm a dwarf and they don't taste good.
No.
Everybody
No.
knows that.
So then you don't want to eat me, huh?
Okay, I won't eat you.
All right, so I'm gonna. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
He
but
kinda
here's the
looks
thing.
sullen.
Here's the thing for me. Like, God damn it, I took the acting feat, which gives me advantage on making rolls to disguise myself as other things. I'm going to disguise myself as a fucking cultist because I spent a feat to take actor. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, I've got a +9 on deception, so I'm
Yeah.
really good at plan on relying
How
on
tall
that.
is Lyndon?
I have a +12 and I roll it with advantage.
Make you any taller though.
Yeah, but I can put stilts on. Like I can
Okay,
make. I have
so
a disguise kit. It
We're
probably
now
has.
playing who is the better
I-
better blood cultist.
I
disguise?
am a blood cultist. I look like a blood cultist. I'm wearing the blood cultist thing.
I
and
smell like a blood cultist. All right.
You're ugly like a blood cultist.
all right,
And so
all right.
I also am going to.
What are you trying to?
So he can automatically fail his save, allowing me to scry on him. As long as he's on the same plane as existence,
Yeah.
I will be able to see him. And then I will verbally tell everybody what's happening. We're positioned on the teleportation circle to jump on as soon
So,
if we need to.
I'm also going to take one of the gold bracelets.
Me too. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm going to put it
Slap
on
bracelet.
before I go through. And then,
You're going through.
Gold
or
bracelets
you-
of becoming.
is he
really
playing
close.
it?
I know, right? Like, I
Yeah,
have no idea what
I'm
it
actually
is.
going to go with half elf because they're typically shorter and leaner. So this way, gets me a little closer to the
Or
park.
considering the diet you've had for the past year,
Yeah.
it kind of fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, alright, so we do that. Are you going to cast scrying now?
yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
scry. Yep.
I choose to fail. You're scrying on
yeah.
me. And I go into teleportation.
Now there is something we're going to learn immediately.
Whether
if
I'm
I
leaving
can
this
see
plane of
him,
existence.
He's on our plane of existence. If I can't see him, he's
Then
on
you're
our plane
Bowen.
of existence, and he's in Zendikar.
He's in
Zendikar.
the car.
Clearly, he's in Zendikar.
Darn it! That book is all the way over there.
Yeah. So I'm going to also... Can two people go at once or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we hop on.
Yeah.
So you immediately.
Hold on, guys. Let's brick over this wall.
Yeah, because it's just like
And
he's like a doppelganger, and I mean, it's the thing that like took me away. So
Casco Amontillado.
And I'll take Che with us.
All right, I'm sorry. Take it.
Che's come with us.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. You shouldn't do that.
How are you gonna
That's
explain
unwise.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's dumb.
Oh yeah, I
That's
probably
weird.
can't explain him, can I?
Yeah, keep it lean there.
Can he-
Like,
can you
I-
cha- can he change
honestly,
to a-
I
Mention
think
you guys that you
that
can change it to a
halfling half
barrel.
elf might be a little hard to sell.
with the barrel.
Talking barrel is going to be even harder.
Why don't I put the half elf in the
us.
barrel? Oh, that'd be a bad idea too.
And the rest of us come through.
Okay, we'll leave Che. Bring Che with you guys. All right. All right. I go through. So we immediately go.
All right, so you begin your scrying.
And I'm going to be verbalizing to them what's
Okay,
happening.
so
Oh, I'll also be a woman because women tend to be shorter too, just like all the logicking else.
so
Yeah.
you're
already
a
thought you
woman
were
half
a
elf
woman.
on. All right,
On mini stilts.
and you're wearing the bracelet as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. You come through the circle, and you immediately see animals being hung up. You see areas where it seems hides are in preparation.
Do I see the same?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You do see, kind of subtly, because I know how perceptive you are. There's a couple areas where the sigil of Narquitas is burned, carved. It's fairly prevalent in the area.
Any? Do I detect any undead in the area?
You don't detect any undead,
All right.
but you kind of think that you're in some kind of hunter shop or tanner's place.
Look like something that was still, but he would know. Like I look at.
Like, does it look like we're still in Griffin Gaff?
Do we look like we're still in Griffin Gaff? I wouldn't know, but Lyndon would know. If at least
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fairly certain. I mean, if there's several rooms. If you look out through a window, the area seems like you're still in Griffin Gap, but probably on the outskirts.
Yeah. So as mayor, I probably know the lay of the land pretty darn well, and also like having lived here for quite a bit.
Right.
So like I just kind of know everything. And is the circle that we came through still here and still like active that we could run back?
Absolutely.
So we'll just kind of like strut about like we own the place and like are going about our business, and look around and observe and report everything we can, and they're gonna see it.
He's seeing everything I'm seeing. So
like yeah, we're gonna like kind of.
but very stealthily. So if there's no one in the room, I'm not
We
just
won't
gonna
draw
go
attention to ourselves
strut
under.
through the door without making sure there's who's in the
So,
next room, sort of
You
thing.
go like you're looking through or listening. What?
Yeah, like I'm not just going to go barging through the door, right? So we're in this room. We see this tanner shop. Okay, if there's another door before I go through it, I'm going to make sure I'm not walking into a room of 10 people without at least thinking it through.
Okay. Well,
Right.
it does hear that there is sound coming from the next room. So someone is at least one person is clearly in there. You can't tell if there's more, but for a fact that at least someone's there.
At least one person.
What kind of are they in prayer? Or are they having a conversation?
They're doing something.
You hear someone moving about.
Yes.
Is that okay?
So one person. Do they sound heavy built by their movement or like?
Let's go talk to them.
It's light movement. You can't really.
Can't really tell.
Okay, so like yeah, well we're just gonna walk in as if we belong.
Walk in, yeah, like we belong there.
So you walk in and you see a fairly dirty half elf. He's got blood up to his elbows. He's into some kind of carcass. He's taking off the skin, carving off the meat, but he's doing it over top of a stone basin, and the blood is pooling and going down and collecting in a cask.
So I'll go. Hell, brother, may the blood letting go pure and steady.
So he looks at you and Brother Toyer, I'm unfamiliar with our compatriot here. Who is she?
I'm a convert, but I assure you that I am well dedicated to the cause.
I don't think you two have met before. But as you can see,
I must have been out when you came through last.
I'm not sure. Entirely possible. I didn't see you. Normally, I would have at least acknowledged you.
So how goes the plans?
They're progressing.
How so?
Well, I'm a new convert, so I can't really.
Well, the
Our people are in place.
the
is that
device
correct?
is in place.
Well, we need to get the spear out of the city.
It's very hard with this lockdown that is occurring. It's scuttling the plans.
It is in the right place to do so, but we need an opening that we haven't been able to identify yet to get it out.
So what device was in place then?
The spear, it's ready to be moved.
I know we have the spear.
That's what I'm telling you. It's in the bar, ready to be moved.
No who's overhearing.
Fine.
So what is the plan to get it out?
I need more men.
We're at limited resources at this time.
The cause does not care for resources. We need to be moving forward.
I understand that we're resource constrained, but with the 3 fools that I was assigned, I cannot get it.
You weren't assigned.
That I'm working with, whatever. We cannot get it outside the city without additional help.
Or we don't have the additional help.
So what is your suggestion?
We need to think harder and smarter. Or we need to figure out when a guard station will be at its weakest, strike and get out.
How many forces do we have to bear at this point that if we were to make an all-out strike to move past a guard post to get this thing out, how can we do it?
There's not many.
I don't know that that's the right approach. Is there anyone in the town's guard that we can
Count on, yes.
put pressure on?
The guardsmen have been working hard to unroot as many of us as we can, even though
We have none still in position, though? None?
Do we have...
one, maybe 2, but they're not being stationed where we need them.
How about the council? Do we have any there? Do we have any remaining there?
The council has been silent with help for the last several weeks.
Quick question. Is there any way to tell where they're at? Like, are there any windows?
We have a pretty good idea of where we're located.
We know where
so,
we are.
Okay, good.
So, here's my question. So, we have so much resources within the city. Do we have anything that we can muster without the city, just outside, if we needed aid? If
Just
we figure-
outside, no. There's plenty of help once we can get beyond the walls, which is what we've been trying to do. But there are many stashes of gear, of men. We can get to the mountains. We've got tribes worth of help out there.
Perhaps if we moved the...
Wait, tribes worth of help where?
Mountains.
Through the mountains.
Perhaps
Do you
if
think
we...
orc or goblin?
Perhaps if we try to move it out of it... Perhaps if the congregation point outside of the city were moved, it would make it easier. Is there an alternate location we can move it to?
What do you mean?
Well, you know where we're supposed to take it.
Yes.
Okay. The best way to get it out of the city, to get there, we cannot manage. Is there an alternate that we can use?
No. We have to get it out of the city so that it can get into the proper hands.
Did we have anyone within the construction of the wall? Did we have anyone that maybe would have fashioned any sort of holes that we could have gone through with unnoticed?
The dwarves were not very kind to our message.
Good to know.
The walls are sound. The walls are sound.
It is a shame that they did not hear the beating of the blood heart.
That's good. That's good.
Is there any way to make the proper people come to us?
What do you mean no, we can't get our people in. Like,
Real quick, no one knows the situation with Lyndon and the doppelganger, right? It's not common knowledge.
like other than the handful of people.
Why don't you guys probe about the faux mayor?
That's true. So I can't really speak to that because I would be speaking on the school, so I think you're going to have to take lead on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a new convert in all this.
How about the mayor? He was one of ours, wasn't he?
What do you mean he was one of ours? Why would you think the mayor was in our pocket? We had people on council, but
It just seems that he had made friends that would have been very beneficial to us, and then perhaps I'm thinking myself too far.
I mean,
Maybe you thought our reach was greater than it in fact is.
long term, it was definitely something that that we saw as an option. I mean,
But we never managed to get him, huh?
I don't believe so.
Yes, I guess some are hard to corrupt.
And what is the delivery?
Just don't roll a 1, but give me a deception roll. You've been.
Can
slipping
I
up.
assist?
right?
Can I be? Can I my being there be counting as giving
think
help?
that's part of
You
the
just have to
problem.
not roll a 1.
There we go.
And I rolled like a 28.
Okay. You're good, but you've been.
Yeah.
That's
Let me-
interesting.
Let me.
So the doppelganger was playing both sides somehow.
Yeah, he was not a blood cultist. That is really interesting. I agree with you.
Let me go back to the others and see what we can do. I'll be back.
You know, I'm not going anywhere.
I know.
We aspire to do better and see the task done.
Let's go.
Yes, yes, my lord.
All right, so we're gonna go back through. Whew. That was fun.
Oh, where do you guys think you were?
Well,
So we know where it is in the city.
He knows where.
Approximately, yeah. I mean, you couldn't be like, it's right here on this street.
He knows
but-
we're in a tanner. We know we're at the tanner shop within a block or two. Because
Well, now with this disguise, like we can keep coming back because I've just been introduced and kind of keep doing that.
yeah. So,
Did you write down the name of the guy that you were identified as? Because you should be that
Toyer.
Toyer.
Yes,
Where?
Toyer. Yes. So, so everyone, when I'm dressed like this, please call me Toyer, and then I'll just stay this way for now. So,
we should try and find out about Toyer in the
yeah.
town, like anything we can about him, for one.
I'll be Kavorna. That'll be
I
my
can do that.
cultist identity.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that as well.
So we know Toyer. We know that they're trying to get we know they're trying to get the spirit out of the city.
What we really need to know, too, is who did the doppelganger give the dagger and rod to?
I still think
He tortured you to find out where they were, and then sent goons to get it. But what connection is there to him and those goons and the blood cultists? What's the unifying thread?
I'm gonna think we should go talk to Flim, the bar owner.
Yeah.
Just think there's a good chance he knows why that room is there. We may be able to put some pressure on him. Get some more.
And before too
information.
long, too, what is it, Toyer, right? Was Toyer's the one that was still alive, or no?
No,
No,
he's
different
dead.
one. Oh yeah. So, but the other guy should be waking up soon because he was out for 4 hours. We've burned through about 2-3 of those hours.
Probably
It's
already.
at least three.
It's
Wait,
at least 3.
Actually, we
So
may-
let's go see the other guy, and then he'll be waking up before too long too.
Do we need to? Because one of the things I was thinking is, the whole point is at some point they're going to bring in all their forces, which we now know where those are in the mountains. But I
Well,
guess
you guys have known previously that there is
But they have tribes.
orcs,
Yeah.
orcs in the mountains, and
So-
you've encountered them before that worship Narquitos.
They're,
They're just the lackeys,
flipping narcs, man.
is my opinion.
All right, let's go talk to Flim.
Okay.
Flim.
Let's go. So I'm gonna get.
Because by being most time efficient, talk to Flim, and then the other dude should be waking up.
Does anybody have access to Zone of Truth?
Yes,
All right. Well, that's good.
but
But he does get a save.
I don't have. I don't have a that level spell.
Well, we can go see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can do interrogations tomorrow.
Why? Well,
we
because
can
of
have
spell resources.
access to the zone of truth.
Does anybody have just really good insight? I'm kind
I
of.
think I do have
I don't
insight.
have insight.
I'm a +2 for it, so I'm not great.
Plus,
I have insight. And I have an intelligence of 16.
So you're gonna be pretty
But
good.
it goes
I
off
have
of
wisdom.
insight's wisdom.
No, isn't it intelligence?
Is wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom.
I have a wisdom of 12, and I have inspiration.
Yeah, whatever. We'll wait for tomorrow.
All right, so
Good idea.
We can interrogate the other
Both
guy
of them.
today.
Yeah.
actually, I was thinking we should go back as ourselves and go check out this tanner shop. See what happens.
Because I mean, it's a place of business, is it?
Yeah,
not?
exactly.
Well,
Is it not, dude?
Well, actually, it would seem like there would be reason not to do that. At this point, we can walk in
Let them think
to the tanner shop, which we know to be a headquarters of, or one of the headquarters, or a central
okay.
place.
Yeah.
Like, why play our hand there?
Well, I'm not so sure that I can
agree.
just walk in and out. It was very clear that he is my superior and that I'm supposed to be accomplishing a task.
Right.
Now, there is potentially value in not accomplishing the task and having me or somebody compromised for it.
So, what's your character's name? Actually, I don't think we've ever.
Ilian.
Ilian.
Ilian. So, Ilian. Well,
Yes.
here's an interesting play. In the evening, we can patrol around as our cultist personas, not wearing the garb, because that would be a dead giveaway to the townsfolk. But other cultists might find us and want to talk to us.
This is true.
So,
We do have the bracelets.
we do have those signifiers. We can.
George making the assumption that they're signifiers. But,
Well, we can also
While they're discussing, I'll cast detect magic as a ritual.
oh, there you go.
There's a faint glow on the bracelets. Is that's what you're looking for.
Yes. So there's a third one, right?
For.
4 of them. So the other. So I'll grab the other 2 and use identify on them.
Damn thing probably tells Narkitas where we are. It never comes off.
or it just lets you go through the portal.
Yeah, or it's not good.
They're
I was optimistic.
a signifier. They're able to tell someone who is wearing one if another one is near.
That'll be.
Oh, wow.
So we could.
Oh,
we could
now
all 4 of us
that's
could patrol
useful,
tonight.
okay.
Tonight we could patrol and whoop some
Yeah.
ass.
Is there a command word? How do they work?
Yeah.
Or do they have to be
No.
attuned?
Like, knowing that now, do I recall anything that I experienced talking to the other guy in the shop that would have said this is the sensation I'll feel?
No,
But they're probably they're attuned to each other. Like
you,
it'll-
you were openly wearing it, so
Yeah, I know, but so like if it'll tell me that
Whether he was wearing one.
if he was wearing one or not, so I know what the sensation is, so I would recognize it. Like,
You-
do I know that he was wearing one?
yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was getting at. Okay,
cool.
so we can assume that anybody who's wearing one's a sworn brother of the blood cultist.
Do we have a range from his identify? Like within 60 feet, 120, like
100 feet.
within
100 feet? Okay,
100 miles.
that's basically you walk into any shop and you'll know, and then you can just walk
We
into the
could
next
control-
shop.
Control
the
walk
command
up and
is to
down the
literally
street.
just run a finger across it.
You just walk up and down the street. Okay, yeah, I think we should do that tonight. We should definitely be out
patrolling.
on the prowl.
Well, since we had that plan, I'm going to go assist my friend with the spear.
We also have an interrogation to conduct, or we could wait and do both interrogations in the same day with
I say we
with
just
with
So, in truth.
We have 4 of the
All right,
bracelets.
so who is doing what right now?
My opinion, my thing is, we have 4 of the bracelets, right?
Yep.
But if we go around, walking around the town as ourselves with them on,
You wouldn't. You'd disguise yourself,
exactly.
which is not a problem for me or for Ryan.
well, and also we can probably like I can assist disguising someone else because like it's like applying stage makeup to somebody like
Yeah.
you know, so I can do that. I can disguise a couple other
So,
people.
all right, who is doing what?
David, you would probably be good for going out on the street being disguised
Yeah.
Why is that?
because you're good at getting information and talking to people on the street.
Before you guys go, in character, I would ask this. I don't want to take too long with it, but is anybody up? I don't understand why we don't gather some men and go kill as many of the orc tribes as we can.
Because well, here's my thought.
That's
on
their
that. I don't-
base. That's their threat.
I don't think they're the real threat. They're just pawns that they're going to use.
We eventually want Narcitus, right?
Well, yeah, we're a bit away from that. I mean, ultimately, what I want is I want to destroy the artifact and take that out of play.
It imperils much, and also too. It's not just not a matter of gathering up a few men. It's gathering armies. We need to assemble an army, and eventually we need to see the situation that is now. We may want to wage war and drive these orcs out.
Have you ever tried to root orc tribes out of their holes? It's a bloody mess. We're going to lose a lot of men doing it needlessly. Draw them out into the open, we'll crush them. But rooting them out in their own holes, forget about it.
I'm not much of a tactician, but I would listen to Thungar on this.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing.
Alright, so you want to go root and kill? You want to root and kill?
I don't necessarily want to root and kill. I want to just go and identify.
If the opportunity presents
Yeah, if it presents itself and eliminate one or two, that's great. But it'd be really good to
I'll
start.
go.
Now that we can identify them,
Are they
we can
so
start
far? Are they
learning
staying
who
as a
is.
And searching town? Because I can get people where they need to go half this quick.
Right.
Yeah. So the four of us are going to disguise and do that. Yeah.
So,
And then I'm going to take my hawk and have my hawk watch
Control
them,
us.
and then I'll move myself, 6-8 blocks away where if something breaks off, I'll be ready to ride in on a phantom steed.
Wouldn't you want to be working on the spear?
To do what? To destroy it?
Wasn't that the whole idea of putting in
help.
stasis that you guys were going to go back and?
did you
work
want?
to-
Dave is going back to the library to Analasalar to talk about the destruction of the spear. Do you want to stay with them or do you want to go with them?
I'm going to stay with. I'm going to watch them.
Okay.
Because something happens
Do you
there.
want to stay with Asen and be able to assist, or do you want to go with Dave?
I don't know if there's anything I can do with.
The spear.
Well, I'm just going to point out, it might be good to have more eyes on the spear just in case. I
you
would
know
feel
what,
a
I'll go-
little
It won't be
uncomfortable.
protected while you guys are examining it. So.
Yeah, I'll go with the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sweet.
okay.
Great.
I don't know if it was like a...
Yeah, it's like 60 feet. Tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever it says in the
Watch
monster
proceedings
manual.
happening.
We got a plan.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right.
They're gonna go work on the spear. We've got the bracelets, and we're gonna go on the prowl.
Do you guys want me to leave Dargan with you? What? At the spear?
The
And,
dragon.
You can if you want to.
Uthgar, why don't you take
don't want him
Che
endangered.
with... Actually, we should take Che with us. We can
Yeah.
dispose of bodies that way. So,
Good plan,
Asen,
good plan.
Asen, why don't you...
Or it could
why
be
don't you-
the
why
guy in
don't
there could be
you-
freed by somebody else.
Nah, I'm not worried about that.
It'd be safer with.
Nah, I'm not worried about that.
You do have
Asen, why don't you
potential
take Che
dinosaur
with you? And if we do come across anybody who needs to be disappeared, we can...
You can always go dinosaur.
We can feed our pet.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Shay, this way, please.
Better than a pig.
Shay.
Yeah, exactly.
And Boken as well. I'm going to talk to her about how to use your... Actually, she has an owl familiar, so she's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
All right. Put my bitch in 22 passive with perception.
Did you take the observant feat?
I have 17.
Yeah.
Only real weight.
Oh,
So are you
I
going
know
as a
where
group of four
the-
or split into twos?
is there a graveyard in...
I'm thinking we should
within
stay
the
as a group
walls?
of 4.
How far is the one outside the walls?
We ran into a group of 4.
Mile?
I'd rather not. Run
We
into
could
a
kind
group-
of be that group of 4. Like I'm gonna, we'll both look like half elves, 2 humans, and so we can.
And
have
I will be Toyer. So, yeah.
Gross.
And you could always say you're touring the new guys around or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So there we go.
All right. So, are you looking to just identify, or are you looking to
Let's start with just
isolate and off?
if we.
can quietly ice them, we'll ice them.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a battle in the middle of the streets of Griffin Gaff. But if we
Well,
happen
like,
to
if
be
you
able to
if-
identify one, he's in an alley, and
If circumstances look good to isolate them, then
We should start talking to some of them and try and.
we could also try because we really don't know who we're delivering the spear to yet.
Oh, we also need to talk to the guy that we have unconscious in the chest to begin with.
We'll turkey
Well,
hit
at this
tomorrow
point-
with
at this
Flynn.
point-
Well, we're
time he's
waiting
waiting.
because we need the zone of truth on the next day.
Yeah.
Can we just? Can I? Well, we can always just.
I thought you were shaving after.
We can always, yeah, we can
Well,
get him
here's
right
the
back.
nice. Here's wait. Here is the nice and interesting thing too, because Zone of Truth they get a saving throw. So if they pass the saving throw, then they can lie still. The interesting thing is, even if he does pass the saving throw and is able to lie to us, if we can get different information that we get verified from two
Yeah,
different
exactly.
sources, so that
Yellow
would be helpful.
Canary.
Yeah.
We can always just open have. Excuse me. Che open up and knock him right back out.
You don't really need to
Family.
knock him out.
I
Where's
mean,
he gonna
he's-
go?
Need to. He's
He's
tied
bound-
up,
he's
manacle
bound to
inside
manacles.
of this
He's
damn
fine.
dog.
Yeah, so just let him be. Unless
Let's
he's gonna
stop
make-
being AD&D and go on what we were doing.
Unless he's,
Lyndon
unless he's
couldn't
gonna
get
make
out
too
in
much
a year or
noise.
so.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
good for a day.
He'll keep fresh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then when you were stuck in
So they're going to start their patrol. I think.
Yeah, let's go. If we can isolate them, see what we come up with.
All right. So you're able to isolate and off a handful.
Cool.
Acquiring more bracelets.
Take the bracelets.
Some of them had bracelets, others did not, but they seem to be traveling with. And you gauge them in conversation, and they seem that they were together, and you're like, all right, perfect.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why are we killing any of them? We're identifying them. Why not leave them in place?
Because they might be in a location now, but they might not stay there. I mean, we could knock them out as opposed to kill them.
Okay. All right.
So we might from different sites. We'll leave one alive at every turn.
We're
Not
also
a
trying to
newbie,
gather
though.
information, though, right?
The ones with the bracelets are the ones we leave alive because they're liable to have the most information.
So what? You're gonna attack them but leave them alive?
Chest them,
Well,
knock them unconscious. Well, or
I don't think it's unlimited how many you can
I don't
fit in
think
there.
we can put an unlimited number of guys
Ask
in
him.
there.
Yeah. That's look, guys. We can't change every 5 feet. So we started off. We're finding them and we're taking them out. Period. I'm telling you now. We find them. I'm taking them out.
Oh,
Off
okay.
the questions.
I'll go with that.
When you talk to them
Let's
before you
cull the
attack,
herd a little
do
bit.
they garner is
yeah,
there,
we're gonna engage them in conversation first.
is there kind of a response that they get when they come upon them, some kind of
code word or whatever? Yeah.
You're not getting a definitive. This is always the thing, but there is usually some kind of.
are they how no keep this?
Well, so so here's the thing that I would have Toyer start with is just how goes your end of the plan or something like that. That you would see
Open-ended.
you're checking in with them to see, and then this way we can get some information, and then we do the
Well,
thing.
as far as a greeting, there's always some kind of alluding to essentially liquid, and you can assume that's kind of a double entendre on blood. But by being out on the streets, they're not going to be oh, how's things bleeding or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But you guys are intelligent enough to be able to.
It flows freely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll interrogate the
rivers
ones that
run.
we come across. If they don't give us any, give us information or not, we'll eliminate them.
There's
and there you go.
some people are trying to get the one or two guards that are on the list into the proper place, but it's hard when things are on lockdown to make any kind of changes to that. They've put the senior most people in those positions because those are the ones that are being trusted.
So are we able to get names of the two that are around by
they-
talking to different groups?
No, I have not.
They probably assume you know.
So
Well,
how
at
many,
least you
how
know
many
now
were we
not,
able to
not
take
to
out?
make changes to the guard.
We can also walk amongst them.
You've got 8 that you've taken out, and you think that's fairly considerable because the Tanner guy said that there's
Not many.
not many. So
That might actually not be. That might be good because now is those guys. 8 of them disappear in one night. Now we go back to talk to the Tanner.
And we look very scared and paranoid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this could actually.
All I'm saying is the pews are being mighty empty next Sunday.
Okay.
The wound is closing.
Anything else you guys want to do while we're on the prowl?
Let's go amongst the guards See if we can find the two that are with them.
Well, they might have bracelets.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's go. Well, we shouldn't do that though. Dressed as these guys, we should probably do that like legitimately.
Yeah.
You know, dressed as the mayor
That's fine.
or whatever, because
Inspect
that
the
would make
troops.
sense, right?
Well, except for, I mean, as cultists, if they are positioned to be among cultists, then they're still going to be familiar to interact. So we don't have to change guys, really.
No, but as the lord of the city, you're going to have the ability to enter the barracks, and you know.
As Joe Schmoes, you won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Yeah, so
yeah, fair enough.
and
Fair
we would
point.
have good reason to be there. So it's not like we're like.
Of the 8 that they got, were any of them recognizable as anybody's?
There was one that was a respected businessman.
Please tell me he was also a tailor, so I eliminated competition.
I'll give you that, sure.
Wait, that's kind of important because let's tread carefully. That's an entire business that's now available. All the resources within it.
It's true.
What is it?
And I feel
I
like
hear it to him. He said
He's a tailor.
He wanted
He's
to
a
be a
tailor.
tailor, so I said sure.
I'm gonna totally do a hostile takeover.
Go ahead. You can do the name, where it is.
Cool.
It just happens to be right next to your shop.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
were, you know,
Anything interesting on their persons other than the
Wait.
bracelets? A couple of bracelets.
So, why wouldn't we just liquidate it?
What?
Let's liquidate it. Let's sell the building and all its goods.
Yes, I will ultimately. We'll do that and equitably.
I don't think you can do it in like.
Equitably.
We can't do
Not
that in
in
the
one
middle of the night,
evening.
so let's
We can't-
moving on.
Yeah, we have other things more important beyond this, but
Other than the, how many bracelets did we find? Most-
six bracelets.
6. So we now have 10 total bracelets. Anything else of interest on any other persons?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, one good thing is we can.
Any copper I can throw at Azen?
Hey, we're not traveling with
Dance.
all right. So then we'll go like run inspections of the area.
Junior guardsmen.
Yeah.
Obviously not the senior guardsmen.
Yeah.
We want to be inspecting the junior.
Or places that are out of the way amongst the outposts because they don't have the outposts yet, because that's where they want them to be. So we know not look there. So we're going to go through the various guard posts and kind of inspect it.
All right. So, Dave, you go to the library, and it's been hours
This
since
is some straight out of Compton shit.
I went with
it's been hours since you had dropped off the spear. And you come back, and your friend is just there in meditation, kind of waiting for this challenge to start.
It's so unfortunate that we have to meet under these circumstances. I'd rather be visiting my old friend than poring over dark magic artifacts.
Well, part of it is a challenge, and part of it is a challenge. It's
Thank you.
kind of one of the reasons for being involved in magic, isn't it?
True, but I feel like some secrets should never be yielded. This is one of those.
I
But-
understand.
Let us get to work.
So, how do you feel we should begin?
I'm hanging around to make sure nobody interrupts.
First off, I imagine we should begin just some simple detections and garner the magical energies that are flowing through this thing.
You have brought one blessed with divine magic. Do you have anything that you might be able to say over our workspace to offer us protections from the evils that are within this sphere?
Magic circle.
Do you have it memorized?
I use my slots.
Oh.
He did.
Now, if you could offer a prayer, and perhaps the ancients will.
Bless this endeavor.
Yes, indeed.
Prayer the whole time is going on.
Why not get that head priest guy?
Because he's not here. The paladin is.
Yeah. I was not impressed with him the last time either. By the way, they rushed the whole process. They totally botched it.
Trying to keep
Like,
it
are
on the
there
down
any
low.
materials that I
that,
might need to do like a
No less than 12 hours.
So you begin your prayer, and
years.
even though your magical energies have been expended, you feel the rush come over you, and the power to be able to cast that spell is there.
magic circle keeping evil out? And
So you perform your spell, and visibly it is there, protecting his workspace and the area around you. You feel the spear quiver, and just the sheer presence. The elf asks that you actually help guide the spear into the proper area.
Okay, I do, but as it begins to, before that happens, as it begins to quiver, I was like, "Yeah, that's it, beastie. Let us see you shake with fear now. We will finally get this done."
So he doesn't want to be the only one guiding it. So the more hands on it, the less. It's
Yeah, we
gonna
totally Jedi that shit.
Yes. So you bring it into the workspace, the table, whatever have you, and you get it into position, and you go through a lengthy, exhausting examination ritual. You saw him, do this process before, and he's kind of like coaxing the magic out of you as well, to keep you in the observation process. You're a more skilled wizard now than you were the last time you went through this, but still nowhere near his level.
Right.
And again, stripping down layer, there's things that are very familiar, as very, the layers that are there. They're familiar. You're seeing things you saw before, and seeing things that you didn't. And throughout it all, like, visions are coming up of things that were or possibly might happen. He's like, "Oh, right there," and he points to something and says that's a clue. That's something we need, and it goes on and on and on. And by the time you get through it, you're both dripping sweat from exhaustion, even though you've just been standing in place. All of your spell slots are utterly depleted. You're tired. You're hungry. You're thirsty.
You're still ugly.
Well, I don't think that's gonna.
That was.
That was uncalled for.
I'm gonna call a halt right here. Hungry, angry, lonely, and tired.
And dwarf.
Yeah, and a dwarf.
He basically shows you the list of this is the things that we'll need to acquire in order to lay this thing to its final rest.
And that is?
I gotta
Write some shit.
write some stuff on it, but it's.
We gotta take it to Mordor and throw it in the volcano.
No, it's not take it somewhere. It's got to get the stuff.
57 original herbs and spices.
So we know how to destroy it now.
Yes.
Wow.
However that might be.
I will take the spear to Mordor.
And I will go with him.
No, I do not know the way. Of course, I'm
And
gonna
I will
make
live
myself look
by
like a
axe.
halfling first.
Me too.
Takes up the
Yeah. What now?
Wow.
Well, thank you, my friend. We will set out as soon as possible on this quest.
It is not going to be. It is not going to be easy. I guarantee you that.
Whatever he's going to come up with is not going to be easy.
No. It's
That's a major turning point, though. We haven't known how to destroy him previously.
But will the way be like so unethical that we have to question ourselves of whether we can do it?
Well, that part already happened, so hopefully it doesn't get even more unethical.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys wouldn't,
It's gonna be
Scott was willing to totally try and kill someone.
Asen was definitely willing.
I'm no longer lawful good. It's not an issue.
I'm surprised you didn't find like a criminal and just drag them into an alley and murder them.
Challenge accepted.
Well, now it's
Oh
too
my
late.
gosh, we did a whole bunch of murdering tonight.
Or street. Yeah.
You use that to trigger it.
No, this was not murdering. This was cleansing.
This was street
Murder,
warfare,
murder.
man. They were Bloods, we Crips. All right. Straight out of the Compton's playing in the background.
Like,
Straight
I'm
outta the
thinking-
Compton, bang bang.
When you guys went to Ryler, you could
You
have just totally Jack
Yeah.
Rippered a prostitute or something, and that would have been sufficient.
Cut them up into pieces.
No, you said you use that when we have blood cultists available.
Yeah, but they're like enemies. Like, I think you need like a random somebody you don't.
Yeah. So
That's a good point.
they're the Bloods, we the blood clots. All right.
Okay.
You can be a blood clot.
You can be blood clot all you want. The cult that I was trying to start were called the Lightbringers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you guys are able to gather bits and pieces of information. You have a handful of names besides those that you've managed to take out. Che is moving sluggishly and clearly needs to rest.
Vomit.
Or wretch, as the case may be.
He swishes as he walks. He's like, "No more." I said I'd be in service, but I didn't think you meant
I
this.
feel like I just went to a
I
buffet.
was just not looking at him like, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's gonna be one hell of a shit.
Wait,
Like, we're the good guys, and we've stuffed this thing to the gills where the blood
bad
cult
guys
is barely
barely
fed
fed
it
it.
at all.
wait, I think we just figured out our biggest person that we have to interrogate. Shay knows, but he was always in Lyndon's form, so Shay doesn't know. Shay doesn't know who the doppelganger was, right?
But he talked in front of him a lot.
And then he ate him.
Right?
But you killed him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He,
Yeah,
he,
you're right.
he
Why?
did
Yeah,
dissolve the dead body.
he's done. Right,
Yeah,
that's a
he's-
good point.
exactly.
Good point.
No, but maybe Shay said he heard mention of my character's name a lot, so Shay might have a lot of valuable information.
Right.
But I think
What about
it's
the
more
live guy
along the
that's in
lines
there?
of you being interrogated so he can take on your persona.
Yeah.
So he probably actually knows more about
About
Lyndon
me.
Helmsworthy than anything.
Yeah, he better shut the up. I'll burn him to the ground. I swear, I'll make Kinley.
Stay off of my attack canister.
Yeah.
Any luck with the guards? Identifying the two guards that we think are in play?
Nope.
No? Okay.
He's apparently not
Wearing bracelets.
there tonight. But not everyone's always on duty or whatever have you. So
How many
we're gonna-
guards can we have if we just get another who's not on duty?
You know what we could do? We could eventually set up things with interviews with all the guards that are
kill
like
all
the
the
junior,
guards.
and have Zone of Truth's interviews with them, basically.
If we kill all the guards, we'll obviously get them. So
What's your alignment?
it's chaotic good. That was a joke.
So the next day we should probably like just definitely interview.
We should go see Flim, and we should we should interrogate the guy that's inside Shay, and then let Shay eat him.
Let's interrogate him first.
Because I really want to know what the doppelganger connection is to the blood cultist. Like apparently he's not one of them,
Right. Yeah.
but for whatever reason he worked towards acquiring it, and whoever put helped the doppelganger get into power is connected to the blood cultist somehow. But for some reason they did not reveal to the rest of the blood cultists everything they had going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also the idea of being like a cell where you don't give everyone all the information. Could be.
Could be.
Yeah, I think I could understand why they wouldn't tell their underlings much.
Blood
That's
cultist
pretty
equals
standard.
ISIS.
That's it, to being a member of Al Qaeda.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's any sort of criminal. Like, the street level people never have all the information, so it's the lieutenants that you
Well,
want.
as long as we're talking about that, I would like to put boots on the ground in the mountains as soon as possible. Even in small.
Look, we can't just do precision drone strikes.
on the mountains?
What's that? As long as they're not dwarven.
Not dwarven.
Yeah.
Let's napalm the mountains.
That's all right. I prefer they not be dwarven anyway. But all those humans get slaughtered. This is going to go badly.
Okay.
All right.
So are you going to Flim or are you interrogating?
Interrogating the guy we got
I
first.
said we go see Flim, but okay.
Yeah,
Well, but
let's
you
use what
soon
we
realize
have
that
now.
they don't want to do what you want to do.
I know.
That can help. We already have them in film.
We're like, Bart, what do you want to do? All right,
Let's do the other thing.
So you gotta reverse psychology this shit.
Exactly. Let's interrogate the guy that's inside Che.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the next
Right.
day.
We're gonna hit him with the zone of truth.
Working on it.
Literally, we're gonna write Zone of Truth on a baseball bat and hit him with it.
You want truth? I'll give you the truth.
All right, so where are you doing this?
You can't handle the truth.
I hear we have an awesome new building that used to be used for tailoring.
Yeah.
It's completely empty
It's true.
now.
It's true. We do have
Quick
it.
acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Someone go grab the shit.
clear out a
Oh,
space.
I'm sorry. We're gonna search. We are gonna search that place.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
gonna turn it over.
Is
Yeah,
there anything
turn it
there?
upside down.
Yeah,
Or-
we'll get
Take
yeah,
everything
all right,
from
let's-
us.
Like I don't think loot is important to
No,
people
no,
out there.
no. We'll do it.
So
That's what the loot is.
Yeah, loot is really important.
yes, it's tuned properly.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who was the loot not important to?
TV land.
They're like, no, it's very important.
No, like we'll work this shit out, but like right now narrative, and then we'll fucking
Got
deal
it.
with bookkeeping
Alright.
later.
All right, so you clear a space. Are you making the guy comfortable, or you just be like, all right,
Nope.
Yo, did you ever see did you see the
Burlap sack on the
Casino?
head.
Did you ever see Casino
Yeah,
Royale,
exactly.
James Bond movie, and they cut
Chair
the
with a
bottom
hole
out
in
of
the
the
bottom?
seat?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Even
Fuck, bitch.
even better is we take him and suspend him upside down with his head half submerged in a barrel of water, and
What
then
a
we can like
novel
run
idea.
water. We could run water into it, so it'll, like get like just above his eyes.
We're gonna waterboard him.
And beat his feet.
Well, no, it's not really waterboarding. It's actually like you're going to drown.
Yeah. Dip your head.
So we're gonna drown him.
I've been wanting to hit something with this flim bar.
Can
I
Che turn into
beat
a
on his
chair?
feet with
Yes,
this
he
flim
can.
bar I got.
Well, then he can be the chair that he sits on, and if he doesn't do anything right, he just goes, oh. There you go.
These are all great ideas. We could use them all.
Oh yeah.
At the same time,
They're all equally malicious.
he
Let's
could
use
be
them
the
all.
barrel.
Well, so actually, no, they brought up a really good point. We'll use the mimic chair because he will not be able to go anywheres.
That's my idea.
That's a good command.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If it's actually a mimic, I guess we'll find out.
he can be a chair.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Dude, you have so many uses.
Does
You're
he
awesome.
stick to the chair?
I love Shay. Shay's like MVP.
No,
I would-
he's not sticky.
I would trade any of you out for
Shay's not sticky.
for Shay. Just saying, Shay is awesome.
Okay, so we'll
Can he be a chair with like the
He
strap?
can turn into a dinosaur. He can turn into a chair. He can turn into a lazy boy.
yeah. So he's like a chair with like.
He just
Okay.
moves the arms.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
chair
So he ain't going anywhere. So
to restrain
he's.
him. And I mean, he's in manacles. He's still bound, and he's going to be in the middle of a zone of truth. So, like,
And
That's not enough.
when in doubt, yeah, he can.
Can we put a dynamite vest on him?
All right,
So-
let's get the question.
Yeah. Zone of truth.
So I'll make myself not look like the mayor too.
I was
While
thinking.
everybody's
I was
prepping.
thinking maybe since he's inside. Before we take him out of Che, maybe it would be interesting to see if he'll talk to Toyer.
Oh, it's an evil.
Yeah.
Like he freed him.
Oh my!
Like I
Wait,
freed
wait.
him.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
What if you rescue him? Would he take you back somewhere?
I don't know. What would we want to get out of him? I need.
Well, yeah, we're the place where he would take you.
We want to know where he's going to take the spear.
Yeah.
'Cause he actually had the spear.
Yeah, let's do that because then if I can't get it out of or convince him, then I can just change back and we can beat him and then interrogate him in a faster
Wait.
way.
Oh my gosh! You can rescue him with the spear. Then when you can just follow the spear back to where he's going to take it.
No, what are you, retarded?
Never gambling with a Sicilian, especially when Beth's on the line. No, actually, I don't think. I don't think
No,
this is their plan.
no.
I don't think this is a.
This is why you don't leave.
No,
the
no, no,
group.
wait. I don't think this is a terrible plan, actually. Like, wrap the spear in the banner. Like, he's got it. We just follow him.
And there'll be a sense of urgency because, like, he's been in that thing.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Oh, and really, yeah, like, you know, like, yeah, like
No way I'm
cool.
letting you guys take the real spear.
What's the range on dimensional door?
Oh, can we, wait. Can we make a facsimile of it somehow? With magic?
I can make a minor illusion. That would probably get by for.
Make your staff look like the spear that you'll
Yeah.
carry. There you
I
go.
can do that, and then we can sneak it out of the city.
What? Why would we not just let them bring their plan to fruition?
That's what we're gonna
Us
do.
knowing everything they're
That's
doing.
what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna turn my staff.
Because you don't
minor
know what's
illusion.
good. You don't know what he's bringing that to. Like,
No.
what if it's the guy that originally decimated the town? What if it's that orc demon guy?
Here's what we do.
No, this is the time for rash action.
Here's what we do. We've got the real spear, right? I can make the spear look my staff look like the spear. I've got it wrapped up. I rescue
What's your
this
intelligence,
dude.
Dave?
What is?
14.
You know that it's got a presence. No
Right. It'll
minor
sense.
illusion
It'll sense.
is gonna.
What
be
about
looked at.
Nistel's magic aura?
Yeah, but you don't
It's
have to
not-
convince
it's not
me.
going-
All we have to do is convince this turd in the box.
Who was wielding?
Who was the
Oh,
wielding
who was the
spear.
wielder? Yeah, he would
And
know.
he's probably gonna
Yeah.
say,
I
Give
think
it
we
to
need
me.
to give
hand
them
it
the
over.
real.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
guys
good
are
point. Shit.
is the big no on the you giving them the real deal and just following it to where it's going to go.
And
Because we could take him down
that's
again.
Okay.
We could take him down again. Dude,
Okay,
he's
so
within
that
an
was
inch
a
of his
really-
life.
That was a good idea, but
I think it's a really good idea. I think.
Yeah.
What?
He's had a long rest.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, but no. But here's the thing.
Bracelet, so he'll not, he won't think you're one of them.
I think following the spear is a good idea because there's not that many of them. They're diminished.
It cuts through
They're-
all this crap.
It's literally toucan samming following the nose of the Fruit Loops trail exactly to where this was going to be. All the bullshit that we have to do to follow is end run
And
around.
we suck at investigation. We've done sessions and
Yeah.
sessions.
Well,
of
I mean, also
found
this is a
virtually
GM
nothing.
pacing like Deus Machina of like Ted wanting things to go slower. But that being said, I mean that's because part of it is like GM decides pacing. Like that's
But also the cult doesn't have a way of getting the spear out of town.
we fake that we do. Well, I mean, so
it does now. The spear's been found, and they don't have to know that.
And the
we
scrying.
can stage something with Rock that like, hey, this is a gambit because we can put.
you know
our
what, guys?
people-
You don't have to do all that. All you gotta do is you go in there, right, and you say you're rescuing him. He knows who you are,
yeah.
right? And he'll say, "Where's the spear? We got it outside the gate. We need to take it."
But I don't know
to-
where it's going.
But I didn't know where to take it. So you need to tell me.
Yeah, let's go that route, and then if he doesn't buy it, then we beat him. and
You just go
interrogate him.
with the idea that he's the only one that really knew.
Yeah,
And hope that that's correct. Yeah.
perfect. I like it. We're doing
I
that.
feel like if you destroy the
behind.
spear,
I'm sorry, Mark.
I feel like if we destroy the spear, we destroy their end game. But by presenting the spear to them, it's another opportunity for them to get it back.
Yeah.
Like we really don't know what's going to happen, where it's going to.
How powerful the end.
Okay, let's go that route. I'll dress up as Toyer. We'll get him in this dude in the box.
But Dave's saying no. It's a bad idea to bring that spear to
We're not.
you.
No, there's no
bringing the
spear.
spear.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him. Look, I've already got the spear out. I came back to get you. I don't know where to take the spear next. Let's go. And the idea is that I'm gonna try to get him to tell me where the
Act with a
spear's
sense of
going.
urgency.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to work because he will logically want to see the spear outside and take it to the Lord.
Well, yeah, but I don't know that.
They're,
Like,
they're wearing the players.
what do you have to lose here?
Look. He is in an absolute shit position right now. Like
We have nothing
this
to
is the
lose
light
by
at the end of the
playing
tunnel
that
for this
hand.
guy who's in captivity right now and likely going to die.
That's,
Because if
to
we
me,
interrogate-
that's just a plan we're not willing to We're
No,
not
no.
willing.
Let's
to
just
commit
go
to.
with our plan. Let's just go.
If-
Yeah,
because we have
We're
nothing
going to
to
sit right here all
lose.
night and say, what if?
We have
Let's
nothing to
just do
lose
it.
by at least trying, and then if it doesn't work, then we can just go back to
We can
interrogation.
just
Well-
target and kill.
All right, you guys are going around in circles.
Yep.
Vote. Who wants to just interrogate?
I like the plan of taking him out of the city and trying to.
I will go with interrogate because I don't think anybody's going to give him the spear.
We're not giving him the spear.
No,
We're
no.
saying we got the spear
the,
outside the city.
options are
You're
just
voting for
interrogate.
interrogate, right?
Okay, the options that you guys have put forward that people are willing to do. There's the let's just interrogate.
Yep.
Or there's the plan of have
The bluff.
Bart have Bart bluff that I'm Toyer and I'm going to take him out of the city where the spear is, and I'm going to try and convince him to give us more information and blah 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 blah.
Without the spear.
Without
Without the spear.
The spear is outside of the
so
city too.
I got it. Let's,
So-
let's vote.
For A, who's for interrogating?
Oh, I'm in for interrogating.
Who's for B, the bluff and lead him out of town?
The bluff.
I'm
We
for the
don't
bluff.
necessarily have to lead them out of town.
Okay.
He can do the whole bluff while he's down there and that.
Yeah, I'm not planning on him leaving the cell.
Oh, that's a good
so
point.
if I
He's
can't
not
get the
leaving.
information out of him, then we just go back to interrogate. Good?
Yeah.
Don't have to
But
leave the
it
room.
might be a
I'm good
matter
with
of
that.
following him.
More
Okay.
patients coming
Yeah.
out of the one since we've been.
You're gonna have to coach. You're gonna have to coach Jay. His part in it,
Yeah.
because you're bringing him out of it. But
That's right.
pretty much, Shay will work for anyone that promises to feed him.
Yeah, so okay, yeah, so before we get started, I'll explain to Che, listen, I'm going to look like that other guy you wanted to eat. You're not going to eat me. You're going to let him out. You're not going to eat him. And I really need you just to be quiet for a little bit while I talk to him. When I'm done with him, I promise you get to eat him. And I'll do everything I can to give you a few of his
I
buddies.
don't want to eat anything right now.
Okay, well,
Even
when you
better.
are hungry
We'll
again...
put him on ice for you.
Yeah, we'll put him on ice.
You know what? Well, you'll get a rub down with the finest oils. I'm sure it'll feel very luxuriant. You know, you'll be shiny and glistening. It'll be great.
Okay, so, I'm Toyer. We're in this room. Let him out. Make him up. Oh, he's already out. But, does it say anything?
He's. How did you get away?
Tell him to turn around so he can take the shackles off him.
Turn around. Come on, we gotta get you out of here.
Okay, what's going on? Where am
I got the spear out of the city, but I don't know where it's going now. I need you to show me and tell me.
How?
That's not important. Come on, let's go. Turn around.
Don't order me around, boy.
Do you want to go back in the box?
Take the shackles off.
Okay.
It's gonna throttle you.
Take the shackles off. Listen, I got the spear out of the city, but you never told me where it's going.
Right, where is the spear?
Outside the city.
Where is the spear?
Name a location. Just come up with something.
I need a location outside the city.
Well, so just say something that's
500
like. Yeah.
feet from the gate.
Yeah, there
the
you go.
edge of the wood by the large elm.
It's 500 feet outside the city. I buried it behind an elm tree.
Okay, so
2 men on guard.
how did we get?
We got the guards into place. They gave me an opening.
Okay.
You've been in that box for days. Time doesn't work the same there or something. I don't know. But tell me where it's got to go next. If for something that's... The other two are gone. It's just the two of us. I need to know where it's going or we're not going to get there.
Cause a distraction. Let me get out and complete the mission.
Really?
That is your purpose.
Let's start beating them. You
Yeah,
guys
okay.
aren't willing to commit to a real plan that will really work.
Okay, screw
You,
it.
you
ain't
could
gonna
just
work.
use your
I said it's
familiar.
going
You could just use your familiar to follow him, and you could go to the elm, and then we just.
Well, but I
No,
think we have to
he's-
honor what Dave's saying. Dave,
Yeah.
I agree with Dave. This is a big old roll of the dice. Go right to the villain and fight him now, but you got to make it real. You got to
Okay.
give him the spear.
Do
And
I-
it's a huge risk. So I think we just start beating him and get the information.
So do I just like Eldritch Blast him? You guys come into the room and...
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Just
so...
go, wait. Just last question. Nobody's willing to roll the dice big and go right to the villain now? I am.
We have the means to destroy the spear now.
We don't even know what it is.
Well,
So
I
it's-
mean, whatever
actually,
that
here's
is.
what we do
What's
know.
more
We
important-
know it's Mordor level long.
What's more important?
Where right now you can hand him the spear and get a big old dotted line right to Narcitus.
Who is a demon?
Why wouldn't we?
I
do
don't
that?
think so. I think you're just gonna, we could go to whoever we perceive as the big bad right now,
And
which
do the
won't be
next
Narcitus. It'll be an in-between guy. We'll just replace it with another in-between guy.
Okay,
I'm
all
gonna
right.
Eldritch
We'll
Blast
honor
him.
what you're saying. We'll go. We'll try to destroy it.
So,
Destroying the spear is more
All right.
important.
Well, you've already defeated him when he had the spear, so I'm not going to go through the
Aw.
combat.
Combat.
Yeah.
fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna go boom, blast his ass across the wall, call the rest of the guys in,
So
say
you-
just ask him questions, and then feed him to the freaking box.
He doesn't want the food right now. You gotta save him for later.
All right. So you
So-
guys, Zone of Truth.
Interrogate.
I tried. That was a good idea.
You tried. You.
I'm not good with this side of stuff. It's all right.
It's a first level.
So who's asking what?
I'm not asking questions.
What's your name, boy?
Who are
What's
you
your save
taking the
DC?
spear to?
What's your save DC?
What was it, charisma?
Yes.
Let's start with easy questions. It's not gonna. You can't go right to the big ones. They're not gonna answer that.
It's
This is
charisma
torture
plus
101.
proficiency.
This is interrogation 101.
And charisma.
Unless you hit him hard enough.
8 plus your charisma mod plus your proficiency mod.
Which should be 5.
11, 16.
Okay. So, what was your question?
What's his name?
Christmas 3.
What's your
plus
name,
3.
boy?
Yeah.
Parandek.
Parandek.
Yeah, so it's
I got it. Go ahead.
16.
Ask him where he was going to take
Jeez,
it.
where are you taking a spear?
How long you been in the city, Parandek?
4 years.
Do you have any family in the city?
No.
You probably fed him to the blood god by now if you did anyway.
Where were you taking the spear?
I was taking it to Narog.
Narog. Who is Narog?
Oh, it is only truth, I guess.
What?
He wouldn't tell him, but I'll tell everyone.
He can't lie in the zone of
Oh,
truth.
I thought,
He can choose to not answer, but he
Yeah.
can't lie.
And we'll just beat him if he doesn't answer.
I think is how it works.
Narog is an orc chieftain blessed of Narkitas.
What is the name of his tribe? Do you want me to name that?
The Blood Tribe.
The Blood Tribe.
He just rolls his eyes.
Duh.
Very, very original.
Where can he be found?
he's an orc.
In the mountains.
Which mount?
We have a name and we have a name in the
I
tribe.
Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast him again, just so that it hurts more.
Right in the balls.
Well, the Blood Tribe, like people that know the area, maybe would have
Have
known where
you
they are.
ever been in the
Every
presence of
time he
Narkitas?
gives us an opposite response, I'm just going to bounce him around the room.
I long to.
Who is your most powerful cleric?
Cleric?
Or Warlock.
Warlock? Priest?
Asshole who casts magic, perhaps.
That's not nearly specific enough.
Most powerful asshole
He
who
doesn't
casts
answer.
How many of you are there in the city?
He doesn't answer. I mean, he doesn't know. He doesn't want to tell.
Is there anyone in the hierarchy of the Blood Cultists above the person who's in the tanner shop?
Yes.
Name him. What is his name?
Hit him really hard in the face.
Is he in the city?
Yes.
Oh, he's not answering.
21 intimidation check. I spark electricity from my hands like I'm going to do sharpen glass. And I say, and I put my hands right at the edge of his balls and say, you answer those 3 questions.
The hairs are tingling with you.
Like if he's got any
Or
piercings right now, it's arcing.
Yeah. Or guess what's going to happen?
There's not going to be any blood for your blood god, just
Pain
pain.
and death will only get me closer to my goal.
Well, I'm fitting to put you right there.
Shock therapy.
And this ain't going to kill you. It's just going to hurt.
Are you that
And then he'll
person?
heal you and we can torture you some more.
Am I what person?
The higher up in the hierarchy.
No.
The tanner.
No, not this buffoon.
From the tanner shop, who was higher, you or him?
Tanner shop.
Okay, so the Tanner is...
Did you guys kill him yet? I asked.
No,
No, we didn't
no,
kill
not
the
yet.
Tanner. Not yet.
There's no reason to. We should leave him with this.
All right, so
I know it's actually for the benefit of him.
Oh, yeah.
what was Narog going to do with the spear?
Take over.
The city?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, let me ask, where does that put you guys? Because you're not an orc. Is he an orc?
Narog is.
They're all servants of Narkitas. I think they would be equal.
So,
Yeah.
no, I guess that's me being racist.
So, I mean, you're probably the brides of the orcs then,
That's
right?
right.
I mean, a half-elf and an orc is probably like the bride, I guess.
Here in that internet world, Narkitas people can live in harmony, but we can't.
His human and his orc followers could live in peace.
Orcs aren't known to like pointy-eared elves very much.
Sure, for taking them from behind, as, like I said, brides. The brides of the orcs, right? Is that...
It matters not.
All right.
Narkitas has chosen Narog. And I serve Narkitas.
Fair enough.
Am I to doubt the blood god's wisdom?
So Narog
So Narkitas got a promotion.
would not. Is the staff the spear is complete? Correct.
Uh-huh.
So he would. So the spear would have empowered him with the strength to take over Gryffindor. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he, what would his force be? 1,000 orcs? 10,000 orcs?
I don't know the number. My mission was to just
Bring it to him.
Get the spear to him.
They breed like vermin in the mountains. What the spear would have done was it would allow him to unify the orc tribes.
Simple.
Otherwise,
No.
he cannot bring them together.
Now, for those of you who don't remember the beginning of this campaign, most of you will have, if not all of you, the information that you can gather that Narog must be or potentially is the orc that would led the army in the first place. And the original story was that Thalon Leafblade and his companions slew the champion, and you later found out that this orc champion slew 3 of them, and Thalon begged for his life, and Thalon went back to town, the hero, and the orc led the people away.
So I'm gonna.
So this Narg must be quite old for an orc.
Because this was 60 plus years ago.
Yeah, but it's like he's got demon blood and stuff.
He does have that going on.
So I'm gonna put my booted foot up on the chair between his legs and lean into him. So, 60 years ago, Norog, he heals, brings down Leafblade to heal after crushing his companions.
Yes.
Down Leafblade serves him for the past 60 years, trying to find the dagger and the rod for Narquitas, as well as the runes. Oh yes, we know about the runes. They are well protected. Your scum will never have them. We've destroyed them. They're gone.
Growls.
Oh yes.
What were in the ruins you wanted?
Doesn't even matter now. It's a
Why do
pile
you
of
guys
rubble.
keep coming back to this area?
the
That's
runes?
a great
The
question.
ruins.
Why Gryffindor?
You guys already figured that out.
It's the ruins.
Okay, so here's the
There's
thing.
something in the ruins.
So, my
Remember
my mastermind
vampire
ability-
is protecting something in the ruins.
Again,
that
so this is
the
because it's
blood
relatively new
holders
to
are
you.
keys
Okay.
Is that I can analyze somebody after a minute, and I can pick up any 2 traits that you want to divulge to me, either their mentals, their level, or whatever. So, like anything you want to divulge, or anything that like any ticks I notice that might link to like a history that I observe about them.
He's probably stronger.
No, so it's like intelligence, wisdom, charisma sort of thing. Because
Okay,
the
so
other
you get-
strength is kind of an obvious,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
ish.
stronger, like as in level. He's high, more hit dice than you.
And I would know actually with that one, like that tells me like I think I can even know if they have class levels. I would know that, then what level they are. So I can kind of read that.
He's definitely of the warrior type.
Bound and gagged.
And he is not as intelligent as you.
Okay. All right.
So Norog needs the spear to unite the tribes. Clearly, this vermin would never work together. They'll eat each other alive. Without a strong leader and a symbol to unite them. So now he waits. He waits for you to deliver the spear, and you failed him.
The chair he's sitting on is not Shay, right?
Oh, you said okay.
Oh, he's sitting on Shay?
It's a chase lounge.
Yeah. We've already begun the process of unmaking the spear.
The process to create it was challenging enough. You think you can just unmake it?
If a thing can be made, it can be unmade. We've brought in one of the greatest minds of this
I almost
time.
put it together myself. I just didn't want to. It's not that hard.
Like any loose thread, if you pull it hard enough, eventually the garment will come undone.
Oh my God! With the Taylor references.
So I think we, just as a player, I think we know it all. We know where it was going, who it was going to, what Narquitas' plan was.
In the library with a candlestick, Colonel Mustard.
Well, we haven't known this. We've never known this.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it's actually
18 sections to get here.
yeah.
So
We don't know
Michael,
who's still in the
so
city.
actually, a whole bunch of like, we got to talk about what we want to do now. Do we want anything more from this guy? And what do we want to do with him? I mean, is there a reason in the world not to kill him? He's clearly a blood cultist.
We just killed
He
8 of
wants
his
to die.
buddies yesterday for no reason, so I'd probably kill him.
Well, but for the fact that he does want to die.
Well, before you guys kill him or do anything like
Oh yeah,
that.
not yet.
Before you guys kill him, Stainer. No.
What was the tavern owner's name?
Phylum.
Phylum.
Flim.
Flim.
Flim. Okay, Flim.
Flim. Yeah, please.
And then I lean in even closer and whisper in his ear, oh, and then there's Flim. And let these guys like observe his reaction.
He doesn't really seem to react too hard to that one.
Son of a bitch.
So the bar guys were.
It could literally be that they didn't know that they were.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
They were just using it.
Or it could just be a secret room that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
we're adventurers. We're
I feel like the blood cultist in Griffin Gap has basically been nearly eradicated. Like there's like 3 guys left.
That's good, but
I
You
agree
laugh,
with you.
are there more?
Right? Yeah. So I do want to start planning in character. What do we want to do
None
with
of
this
the
guy?
bar-
Any other
Wait,
questions?
how many more of your number
nobody
are there?
born or didn't know, and how they getting
None
up
of
and
us
down
ever
through there.
knew
Teleportation
how many.
circle.
I know, but they're gonna go up the.
They don't need to. They
bar.
go to the teleportation circle and they go out to the tanner
So
shop.
at this point, I feel like we should just turn him over to Harak and have him
And let him-
tried and
yeah.
hung in town,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
and then
Rule
we
of
can.
law.
What's that?
Rule of law. That's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
interesting concept.
And,
yeah.
and then we can let Harak take the credit for kind of like helping the root.
And
this
we owe.
stuff
That's
out.
a great idea. That's a great idea.
Give Harak one of the bracelets as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tell him exactly what his properties are, and yeah, sure.
So there's no way he divulges how many blood cultists.
He
or-
doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
If you beat around and you actually ask, do you know? He'll tell you no.
Okay. So let's actually.
Well, here's the other thing too. We got to round up the Tanner. He gets the same treatment.
Yep.
Because we know he's part of it. We'll interrogate him as well. Do you want to roleplay the interrogation, or can we get fast forward it?
Fast forward.
Fast,
I mean,
yeah.
And
What do we get from him that we didn't get from this guy?
It's
We got a lot of stuff with the
yeah,
ruse,
yeah.
so I mean, but yeah.
I'm
David,
not,
do you want the
I
tanner
don't think
shop?
there's anything else. Is there anything else?
Is there any question that you asked?
essentially, like someone else in the city that's higher up than these guys is what we were trying to figure out.
We also need to know
That's
who's in the town's guard, because they'd still be
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like 2 guys. It's like what are they?
You find out that one of the dudes you killed was actually one of the guards off.
Okay.
So there's only one guard.
All right. We can send Harak on chasing him down though too.
So you are fairly confident with this that you have rounded up anyone still active in the city between the bracelets, between your interrogations.
Good.
You can get names, and you're 99% sure that it is done.
So I think,
now.
yeah, for now, like we should let rule of law take place. Let Harak do his job. I mean, because he leads the watch and everything, and the guards.
We even got the people that were on the council.
No one was
No one was
on
left.
the 12, but there were people that were
Connected.
like
Were we able to find out anything between the linkage between the blood cults and the doppelganger?
Yeah, that was the thing I was just about to ask about too. That
as you continue. I'm going to say that this takes.
There's probably days, weeks, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah, it
it's going
takes
to
a
take
while.
weeks to do the final roundup, to do all of your interrogations, and it was essentially the connection between the doppelganger and the blood cult. The doppelganger was really in it for the power, and
he was the next Thalen
He
Leafblade.
liked being the mayor.
He was the next Thalen Leafblade.
he wanted to be able to just lay back, accumulate power, accumulate wealth, and not have to do a crap ton of work. Being in charge, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that, but you don't have to work hard. And you get everybody saying, "Oh, you're in charge. How can I help you? What can I give you?" So it's like, well, if I have a little bit of death and mayhem happen in my town, it's not that big a deal. So it was a little bit of give, a little bit of take. And as you clearly were able to see happen, he was doing things to make the town better. He was intelligent. He did things that allowed the town to prosper, so that the death and the mayhem that happened on the side was not taking away from what he was actually.
Am I able to deduce that the doppelganger probably did not actually realize the extent of the Blood Cult's plans, in the sense that they were going to bring the spear to Norog, who was going to unite all the orc tribes of the mountain and then smash Griffin-Gaff to nothing?
Yeah,
because
that's-
clearly that would be counterproductive to what he's doing.
Yeah, that clearly was not a
This
connection.
is basically like the Iraq War, that anytime there's something like bad happening within the government, it's just like, oh, terror alert goes higher. Like, he basically did that. He was just like, yeah, let's let cultists do stuff so that distracts. Yeah.
Terror alert goes up, gas
Yeah.
prices go up.
So, the question then, you want to destroy the device, but we know who it is, and we know Narg's up there, and that he was going to use the spear to unite them.
So let's just go kill Nora.
Yeah.
Do we know if he originally had the spear when they initially took
That's a great point.
attacked the town?
You do not feel that any of the descriptions of Narog had him using any kind of spear.
Or was it that the town was so much smaller and
Yeah.
and it didn't have allies back then?
So it didn't need as much
He
forces.
didn't need all of the orcs. He just needed a substantial
Contingent.
force.
Right.
Okay.
So here's an interesting play.
And back then, he had unified
Enough.
variety of different tribes. It wasn't just orcs. He had orcs and ogres and flins and gnolls and a variety of monstrous humanoids at his command.
Can the spear be used to unite the orcs to good?
It's an evil artifact. People that are going to rally around the spear are going to be terrible people. So, here's my thought, though. What if we do a counterintelligence thing where we basically disguise ourselves and infiltrate some of the other demi-humans, the evil demi-humans, and give some of them to, like, sow discontent and make them civil war amongst themselves? Incite violence and, like, plant things. Basically make them infight to distract them. Have that happen, and then we work on the spear. So we basically infiltrate them and, like, cause problems and mayhem that'll probably not get resolved for a while, and then we...
Well,
But
we
making
could
orcs infight is kind of redundant.
All right, so I see that there are a lot of
Things to think.
possible options for you guys to do, and I think from here, I'm going to definitely need to have more things prepared than my typical laissez-faire style. So I want to wrap up the actual session here.
Figure out our next course
I'm
and
going to
then
figure
plan,
out and give you the list of what it's going to take to bring down the spear.
Right, and that'll make us choose, yeah,
And then we
if
can
we have-
figure out whether you want to go into the mountains and assault the orcs, whether you want to begin working on the list, or whether there's something else that is entirely that you want to do.
Oh yeah, okay. Then the other thing is, since we've had a few days, I think what we're about to go into, whether it's against Narog or whether it's destroying the device, there's a good chance some of us will die. Can you make us barons and give us some lands and titles before that happens? Some of us, maybe not all of us would be, but some of us.
I've proven myself.
He's like, especially
I know you and your weird
especially
thing.
the one that has one eye and wants to use animate dead and wield the spear. That would definitely probably be a good idea to give him a barony.
Yeah, right? How about we worry about parceling out lands and titles to the living, so we'll make sure, because posthumous land isn't really going to do much of us unless...
That's what I'm saying. You need to baron us now, so that when we die, the people we care about can get what we have.
Who do we care about?
Jenfell the Seamstress. I have a whole.
I got no one.
Trisgar.
All right, so we
exactly.
write wills. We have baronies and wills related to...
You have the ability to make us nobles, and now would be the time to do it.
Here's the thing. This is...
Henceforth, I should be known as the White.
I'm probably going to work in some clauses about questioning of what you're trying to accomplish with your cult. I don't know, but I do think this is an option. I will have something written up for you.
It's a cult.
Give me some time.
It's done and done.
He just slammed
There's
it down
only
on his
glasses.
glasses.
White. What they wanted to be, right?
There you go. There you are.
Oh, that's great.
So
Does that sound
that
like
hates
a
undead.
no on the baronies?
Say what?
No,
He's
it's
the
a yes. He's going to start
My
a cult.
character.
I have caveats about
I get elven complexion with
That's
white
what
hair. I
I'm-
wear white robes. I carry a white staff. I shoot beams of light. Do you get the reference? Okay. So So I said,
Gandalf?
Yeah.
Well, he says he wants to be known as the
White. So he brought
I
the white.
pulled out the white as a monster.
He could get up to freaky shit where he like cuts people's eyelids off so they can't close their eyes to the light. Like,
I'm not that kind of cult. Although
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think what he's doing it could get very Charlie Manson very quickly. So I'm just gonna be keeping an eye on him. Just
All
in
right.
case.
So, nothing else needs to actually be
Done and said on
here. So, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, stay nerdy.